I think this consumer economy certainly puts challenges to all of us. The biggest opportunity we have is to show consumers value. There are many ways for us with our brands to show value. One, smart innovation, a good way of telling the consumer we have something new and more valuable than what you've been buying before. A second way could be on adding enhanced benefits, such as our Advil liquid gels, a little bit faster than an alternative was. Finding ways to connect with something that's meaningful to the end user, because they do have pressures on them economically, but they are looking for value, and that doesn't always mean the single lowest price, but really extra benefits, really meeting their needs, the things that they're looking for. We can also use packaging. A great way for us to show value to the consumer is to make the product easier for them to use, better for them to use. In Pfizer, we are very excited about consumers getting more information and having more access to great products. Omnichannel they've always had choices and they've always had opportunities to buy products. As the consumer economy expands and as we get opportunities to sell in more vehicles, more venues, it's just great for access. And it's great really for personalization. I think Pfizer, we're so excited about how our retailers are using this omni-channel opportunity to provide more information to consumers. What the consumer today is looking for is access to products that they really want. They want to put together a personalized solution for them. And I think that having more information available, more channels to look through and evaluate what's the best solution for them, I think it actually gives the consumer a benefit and it gives all of us an opportunity to serve them. We think there is such power in talking with the consumers, not just selling them an item, but truly letting them be part of our brand and make our brand better serve what they're looking for. One example for us at Pfizer is Chapstick. Chapstick's a brand that's been around for well over 100 years. But today, Chapstick is different. We have 3.7 million Facebook fans on our Chapstick Facebook page. Consumers love Chapstick, and they've been giving us advice on what we should do to make our brand more relevant. As you may have seen this last winter, we introduced some seasonal rotational items that have been a tremendous hit. On our Facebook page, consumers are telling each other what they like, where to look, and how to find these great products that they first initiated us making. I think in the retail landscape, when we together, manufacturers and retailers, are at our best is when we're bringing the capabilities and skills that we have together and sharing them in collaboration. An example that I think is a best practice right now that we see in the industry is bringing primary research from the manufacturer and the retailer together to solve a category or a brand need in total context of a store shopping experience. So I think we're best, and the best practices of the retailers are bringing together insights and making sure that we're understanding what the shopper is seeing, what the shopper is experiencing on any given trip, how our category and brand, which the manufacturer tends to be expert in, how we fit into that total shopper experience. So we need to have that dialogue, we need to understand each other's expectations and needs, and then we have to craft a customized solution together where we can go get the information that lets us succeed best. You know, I think that helping consumers better understand the conditions that they're suffering from and the breadth of that condition is critically important. I think we can do more in store. We have such wonderful technologies now becoming available to all of us in the healthcare space. I think that is probably the biggest opportunity for us. If you look outside at the apps that now exist, the ability for people to track their weight, their diet, their consumption of certain foods, they can track these activities. So one of the things that we're excited about is things like Nike. You know, Nike's doing this thing where they put a chip in your shoe and they have something in your watch. You can plug it from a USB port right into your iPad and see the actual activity that your body has gone through over the last few days. If you look at nutrition, diet, there are certainly great opportunities for us to help consumers better diagnose what's happening within their bodies, what's happening within their complete diet, and make sure that they're getting what they would like out of the products that we offer. So I think technology married with diagnosis, tracking, evaluation, and being a little more clear and specific, not just on memory, but on what we actually did as a consumer, that I think there's a tremendous opportunity for bringing us healthcare and technology together. We look at it to say the pressure on our teams today is to go get more information. We have to get much more specific, more personalized. As a consumer has access to information, they really want to know not what's good for the general population, but what's good for me. So it's put a lot of pressure on our brands to be much more specific to the consumer, to the user, to the experiences that they're having every day, and how our product fits very specifically into their need state. So I think that it's created an information demand. So we have to be much more efficient. We have to be much more clear. We live in a 140 character type environment today. So we have to be tight. We're used to telling stories in 30 seconds or on pages of a magazine. Now we have 140 characters. I think that that's put a little bit of discipline on our teams to think about how can we tell our story succinctly, clearly, but we have to make sure we're getting the information that is actually of value to the consumer. Given the electronic age, they actually allow us to have that dialogue, and we can test the message and get feedback so much more quickly, but we have to do that. We have to take the initiative.